Hey there, my name is Alex. I am the Silver Mont, and in this video we're going to look at an upcoming game coming out sometime this year, The Last Oricru, developed by Gold Knights. The studio is a new one, founded in 2015. I believe they have a team of around 40 people centered in Prague, but with members throughout Europe and the US. Someone from Warhorse Studios, the people behind Kingdom Come Deliverance, reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in helping to promote Gold Knight's first title, as the two teams are effectively down the road from each other, and as a new team, Gold Knights don't have all the big PR streams and all that stuff set up just yet. So I checked out the demo on Steam. The Last Oricru is an action RPG. If you've played any of these Souls games, or anything in that new subgenre, then you'll have a rough idea of what to expect. Third-person combat, intricately designed dungeon spaces full of traps and enemies eager to turn you into nothing more than a pile of souls on the floor. What puts The Last Oricru apart from some others is that it's quite a story-driven game, with the main character no create character. Your protagonist has a set look and personality, though you will of course be able to choose the path they take. Think something like Geralt of Rivia or Commander Shepard. The most unique aspect of The Last Oricru for me was the faction system. There are effectively 3 factions in the game, and how you interact with them will change the gameplay and the story. Take my first playthrough with the demo. I ended up effectively hostile to everyone, whereas when my friend Doug played, with me watching to see what he would do different, he sided with the Rat Men, joining their Ratvolution army. Whilst the general flow and path remained more or less the same at this early point, it was still interesting to see the different permutations and how it all played out. Take the stealth segment early on. If you fail the stealth segment, which I did immediately, and bad, then it doesn't give you a game over and put you back at the start of that bit, it just puts you on a different path. That's cool, I enjoy that. Another aspect I enjoyed was how they implemented those now classic Souls elements. A lot of these games don't bother to explain why you're able to absorb the souls from enemies, or why you are leaving a puddle of them behind when you die that you need to go and collect. Nor indeed why you're able to respawn at all. Last Oricru answers most of these questions, and the general setting is one I'm quite a fan of. It's fantasy sci-fi, or medieval sci-fi? I don't quite know how to describe it, but it's a cool and underutilized sort of approach, if you ask me. The title has split-screen co-op, which is a great idea for something like this. A big part of these Souls games has always been the emphasis on difficulty, but there's never been what interested me about them. I like the exploration aspect. That's always more fun with a friend. Last Oricru's co-op is implemented in a neat manner. There's even unique things you can do, such as using one player to lure a boss under a gate, whilst the other one drops said gate onto boss. And it was also recently announced they are working on putting in online co-op into the game, which is certainly good news. Of course, the second player can level up and build themselves in an entirely different way from the main player too. But this second player is a hologram, a hard-light hologram, so they don't get to make story decisions, and being drop in, drop out, they can pop up and leave at any checkpoint without missing a beat. So you might be wondering, well, what if you play together from the start of the game, you both reach level 10, then your co-op partner doesn't play for a bit and you reach level 20. When they join, will they be level 10 again? I believe how it's going to work is that you will be based on the host's level, the main player's level. So even if you stop playing and then come back later, you should still be the same level as the host. As for gameplay, lock-on, stamina-based combat with an emphasis on spacing and timing, as with most in this subgenre of action RPG, with an assortment of weapons from sword and shield, two-handed greatswords, hammers, spears, and whatnot. Of course, this isn't a AAA budget game, and it does show. The animations can be a little stiff at times, perhaps most notably in the facial animations during conversations, which have a lot of dead-eyed stares. The sort of thing that would be inexcusable coming from a team of hundreds of developers working with hundreds of millions of dollars on the world's most profitable franchise. Oh, come on. But this is a very small team with presumably a very small budget too. So these sorts of things are, in my opinion, easy to forgive. You wouldn't expect a guy working on a project in his spare time in his bedroom to put out a game with higher quality than Red Dead Redemption 2, after all, which had a team of like 2,000 people working on it or something insane. The Last Oricru was also really funny. but I'm not entirely sure if that was always intentional. The main character's voice, for example, is incredibly sassy.
Are you toying with my patience?
Oh, sorry. He also said that I should, I quote, report this new hope immediately.
Not at all what you would expect from this sort of title. The main character's name is also Silver. Whilst the rat's dialogue is almost certainly meant to be comical with "go fight with your brathers in the Ratvolution," etc., I'm not sure if the entire game is going for a sort of tongue-in-cheek comedic angle or not, but I was laughing and having a great time. The team behind this game are clearly putting in a lot of effort, and there's some really cool ideas on display here. Judging from the demo, it certainly needs some polishing up, but I'm all for supporting smaller studios. After all, every studio and every project has to start somewhere, and in the words of everyone's favourite senator, we will watch your career with great interest. But that does it for this quick preview of the game. Go and check it out if it caught your interest. Thank you so much for watching, good luck to the developers, and I will see you guys soon.